Sparks, and I'm coming back with another motherfucking goddamn live video. And today's video is simply titled Charisma and Character Outweighs in-ring skills. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers. I appreciate y'all coming to the motherfucking Sunday Live, kicking it with us. We was probably up to like 2 a.m. and shit. We was on that bitch for about 2 hours. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers. I appreciate y'all coming to that shit, liking the videos, commenting the videos, being in the live chat. Y'all are the motherfucking GOATs. All right, so let's talk about this shit today. And this is very simplistic, very simple. A wrestler who is charismatic and has a good character will always outweigh a wrestler who has good in-ring skills. Because we all know, here at Master Marks, we speak about the same shit over and over and over and over again every fucking time. If you are charismatic and you have a good character with minimal in-ring ability, you are going to be more likable, more favorable, more of a fan favorite over somebody who could just do flippy die, suicide, tope siecito, 450, 859, 50,000, ricochet, bald head, jobber, maven looking ass bitch jumps. You're going to be favored more. And the reason why I say that is because, and this is just really, really simple. In the wrestling business, wrestling is entertainment. It is not a sport. It is not an athletic sport. It is not something where it's like gymnastics or like basketball or like football. It is entertainment. It is just like a soap opera. It is just like the Real Fat Wives of Detroit. It's just like the Real Skinny Wives of Oxnard, California. It's like a reality show. It's a soap opera. So with that being said, it's going to be more important to have a good character and charisma versus being able to do flips and jumps. Because you have to actually win the crowd over with the words that come out of your mouth, with the way that you walk down to the ring, with the way that you have your name placed in the system, with the way that the announcer calls out your name, your pyro, your attire. All of those things matter. You could have the most minimal Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Roman Reigns moveset, but have the charisma of all of those individuals and still be more fucking over than a person like Ricochet or Johnny Small Gano. Because that's what is going to make a wrestling fan have an eye for you. That's what's going to appeal the crowd. Yes, those jumps and those flips are going to be okay and fine when you're in the match. But let's be honest, without your character, nobody is invested in you. Why do you think people like Ricochet is not a top seller in fucking WWE? It's because he has no character and he has no fucking charisma. He can do in-ring shit, luchador shit. Now, if we're talking about luchador shit and we in Mexico and blah, 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 that's a whole different fucking story. But if you're talking about the sports entertainment business, you have to actually entertain someone. You have to entertain them. The way you get people invested into your matches is by the character and the charisma that you fucking have. Because Joe Smo, a bland Jan motherfucker, can flip and jump in the ring, but if that person has no character and no charisma, nobody's gonna fucking think about him. They're not gonna care. They're not going to care. And I seen somebody live earlier today who was talking about how a moveset is more important than the character and the charisma of the actual wrestler. they brought up a point about how the rock bottom is more important than, basically, like they were saying, almost like the rock bottom is more important than the character of The Rock. Without the character of The Rock, nobody gives a fuck about the rock bottom. Because guess who else does the rock bottom? Booker T does it. Samoa Joe does a version of it. Everybody does that pick up, slam to the ground type of fucking move. Some of them, the bookend. Some people do it different ways and different styles. You could get a fucking homeless man on the street and have them do a rock bottom. If they don't have the charisma and the character to sell you a product, you're not going to want to watch these motherfuckers on the television. Why do you think AEW struggles in ratings? They struggle in ratings because they don't focus on charisma and character. They focus on in-ring work rate, flips, skips, suicitos, chin locks, ankle locks, fancy moves where you lock somebody's neck with your arm and then you put your hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't motherfucking care. Because they have no characters that people are invested into. That is what makes the average wrestling fan watch wrestling. Because they care about the promos, they care about storylines, they care about the charisma. You think if LA Knight didn't have charisma and character and he could just wrestle in the ring that people would give a fuck about LA Knight? No, they wouldn't. Because charisma and character will outweigh in-ring skills every single fucking time. Look at the guys who came up in the business who are fucking famous in the business. Let's give out some names. The Rock, minimal ring set move set. Stone Cold, minimal in-ring move set. The Undertaker, minimal in-ring move set. Kane, minimal in-ring move set. John Cena, minimal in-ring move set. Brock Lesnar, minimal in-ring move set. I can keep fucking going. Goldberg, minimal in-ring move set. Roman Reigns, minimal in-ring move set. Like, the business of wrestling is not just to be in a wrestling ring and break your fucking neck every single time and just fucking die paralyzed. You are supposed to be a superstar. Transcend past the wrestling business. Because all of those flips and all of those kicks and all of those super kick parties and super dick parties and strap-on boys parties, all of that shit is not going to have the fans invested into your art. I'll give you another one who has minimal in-ring moveset, but has charisma and character. Karrion Kross. He don't got to do a lot of moves in the ring. He's there to sell you a product. The product is Karrion Kross. When he goes in the ring, he does minimal shit. Gets out of the ring with charisma, with a character. That's what it's about. A lot of people who spend all their time thinking that wrestling is about how many flips you can do or how many moves you can do. That shit don't fucking matter. The Undertaker, good character, good charisma, minimal in-ring moveset. Do you think Johnny Gargano will have the same career as The Undertaker? Huh? Really? Ric Flair, charisma, character, minimal in-ring moveset. Shawn Michaels, charisma, character, minimal in-ring moveset. It isn't about how many fucking moves you can do. It's about the character that you are, the charisma that you have, your ring awareness. Your ring awareness comes into play with your character and your charisma. That's why in wrestling matches, they have taunts. And those taunts build your fucking character up to get to your finishing move. You think if a person just went in the ring and did a bunch of wrestling moves and they didn't have taunts or pander to the crowd or make a smile or make a face if they're a heel, scream at the crowd, use their character in the crowd that the crowd would give a fuck, because it would be dead silent. You have to have a decent character and decent charisma with a minimal in-ring moveset to be successful in the wrestling business. Guess what? Okada don't speak English. Guess what Okada got? Want to guess? Character, charisma, minimal in-ring moveset, because that's what it's fucking about. It isn't about how many times you fly off of a ladder, because if that was the case, Jeff Hardy wouldn't be in the situation that Jeff Hardy is in. Kurt Angle, good character, charismatic, minimal in-ring moveset. That is what it's about. Your character and your charisma is always, 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 fucking always going to outweigh what you can do as a dippy-do in the fucking ring. There are guys who can do some of the most spectacular luchador shit, but they can't talk on the mic. Rey Mysterio, Ricochet. These guys can flip to the fucking moon. They are talented with gymnastics. But gymnastics is a sport. Wrestling is not a real fucking sport. It's sports entertainment. Now, if you're talking about collegiate or actual real professional wrestling, that's a sport. But if you're talking about the entertainment of wrestling, where guys are throwing fake punches, that's not a sport. If you were to throw a fake punch, right? Don't you think you have to have some type of character and charisma to sell a fake punch? Because if you can't sell a fake punch, it'll look like how some of the members of the Dark Order was punching people and this shit didn't even fucking look real. Because they have no charisma, no character, and they probably have a flippity-dippity doo-dah ass fucking in-ring moveset. And I'll probably say this till I'm blue in the face. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers. We might go live tonight. I'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. But that's what it takes. For you to be successful in the wrestling business, you have to know how to be a character and talk on the mic and how to make your face look. If you do not know these things, you will be like Dominic Mysterio, a fucking jobber. Like Maven, a fucking jobber. This has been Master of Marks. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment. Tell us if you hate us. Tell us if you love us. If you want to donate or support the channel, you can do it via PayPal at mastermarks.contact@gmail.com. At the end of the day, you need charisma and character to be successful in the wrestling business. Fuck TONYKHAN. Fuck AEW. Smoke your AEW pack. Shout out to the motherfucking AEW pack smokers in the motherfucking chat. I'm talking way too fast, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm off this bitch.